It's Week 10 of the NFL. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's not afraid to throw it, second in the NFL in touchdowns. It's the Chiefs and the Bills, coming up next.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
The Chiefs at 5-3 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. That one goes for 24 yards.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
When you look at this defense,
they enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. Steps away to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Cook up the gut. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw, it's Allen.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Chiefs offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category. Brown goes in motion left.
Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Brown.
An injury stoppage here, and that's Marquise Brown, who appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. 2nd down and 3.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll find JuJu Smith-Schuster.
And JuJu's going to pick up the Chiefs first down as he'll be brought down at the 37. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
Breaks through the contact. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Now Mahomes.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Motion man is Shakir. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Davis running left. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football from the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
That'll be caught by Rice. That'll give them 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Going deep to the end zone for JuJu. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. JuJu Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Here's Allen to throw it. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Allen going to throw. Shakir hauls it in. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Allen off the play fake. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again. And they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's got this down to the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught. Shifts by him. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. JuJu Smith-Schuster with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from JuJu Smith-Schuster.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Ball start. Offense.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Allen. This one complete to Coleman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. To the air, Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Bills. Keon Coleman. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football. Full half to be played.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Open man downfield, that's Smith-Schuster.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. In motion, the tight end. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He was slicing and dicing this defense and wound up with 3 touchdown passes in the first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Infraction, defense.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Still second down.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Coleman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give him a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
False start. Offense.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Allen. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Allen to throw once more. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment. Defense.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Still 3rd down.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Here's Allen. This one caught by Davis. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Still 2nd down.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now here's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Mahomes to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Bills getting set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On play action, Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
False start. Offense.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Allen going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Davis fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills are forced to settle for 3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
A quick throw caught by Rice.
Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now Allen. That's taken in by Palmer. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Here is 3rd down and 4. Palmer going to go in motion left. Allen now looks to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Up the middle, it's Cook. Shoves him aside. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. From the gun, it's Allen. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. To the air, Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Allen. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Setting up the screen for Cook.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Here's Allen.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing now is Allen.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll run with Davis. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Looking to throw. Allen.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
From midfield, here's Allen. That's complete to Palmer. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Allen. It's caught by Coleman.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Allen.
Caught on the slant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Khalil Shakir
from 10 yards out.
And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. Here's Pacheco once again.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. To throw is Mahomes. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Kansas City, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Bills, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.